Quebec City is often called the most European city in North America, and if your cruise is stopping here, you're in for something truly special. From cobblestone streets to incredible history and stunning river views, the Quebec City cruise port is one of the most beautiful and convenient you'll ever visit. Let's dive into everything that you need to know before you arrive. Hey everyone, Jeremy here and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be exploring the Quebec City cruise port, how it works, what to expect when you dock, and the best things to see and do right off the cruise ship. But first, is it Quebec or is it Quebec? Now what is in a name? The name Quebec originates from the indigenous Algonquin word spelled K-E-B-E-C, meaning narrow passage or strait. Now this name was first applied to the area around present-day Quebec City, where the St. Lawrence River naturally narrows to a gap between cliffs. French explorer Samuel de Champlain adopted the name Quebec in 1608 for the colonial outpost he established as the administrative center for New France. So officially it's Quebec and not Quebec. So to my French Canadian friends watching, hopefully I've done okay with that explanation. Cruise ships dock right along the St. Lawrence River at the port of Quebec. The main cruise terminal is located just steps from the historic Old City. This is one of the easiest ports to explore on your own because you can literally walk straight into a UNESCO World Heritage Site the moment you step off the ship. Now, if you want to explore independently, you won't actually need shuttles or taxis for Old Town Quebec. It's actually fully walkable the second you step off the ship. But keep in mind, Quebec City is famously hilly, so you want to wear comfortable shoes because you'll be walking on cobblestone streets and climbing some steep inclines. That being said, for those of you who want to avoid those hills, there is a funicular that connects the lower town with the upper town, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. But let's firstly have a look at this map of where the cruise port is located in relation to the lower and upper parts of the old town. Now, as mentioned, once you come out of the port, essentially you cross the street and you're in the lower old town. The lower old town of Quebec City is the most atmospheric part of the city, with its narrow cobblestone streets, colorful 17th and 18th century buildings, and it really has this truly European feel. Your journey will start in the Quartier Petit Champlain, and this is one of the oldest commercial districts in North America. Its pedestrian lanes are lined with boutiques, artisan shops, and cozy cafes, making it the heart of the lower old town. Then you move along to Place Royale. This is the historic square where Samuel de Champlain founded the city in 1608. Surrounded by stone buildings, it feels like stepping back in time. Located in Place Royale is the Notre Dame de Victory Church. This small stone church that was built in 1688 is one of the oldest in North America and very much is a must-see landmark. When in this area, keep an eye out for the Fresque des Québécois. It is a giant mural on a building wall that tells the story of Quebec's history and famous figures. It's nice to be able to explore because it's a free, fascinating outdoor attraction. And for a deeper understanding of the city's past, you want to check out the Museum of Civilization. This is Quebec's most visited museum, featuring world-class exhibitions on history, culture, and science. Also, simply just take time to wander around. The lower old town is packed with local art galleries, craft shops, and specialty boutiques, which is really perfect for picking up unique souvenirs, anything from maple products to handmade artwork. Here on this map, you can see these places all located quite close together. Then when it's time to move from the lower old town to the upper old town, you could make your way up this fairly steep inclined street or take the city's famous funicular. It is one of Quebec City's most iconic and practical attractions. The Funicular first opened in 1879, making it one of the oldest in North America. The lower station is on Rue du Petit Champlain, right in the heart of the Quartier Petit Champlain. The ride itself covers around 195 feet or 59 meters on an approximately 45-degree incline, taking less than a minute. On our last visit, the fare was $3.50 Canadian per person for a one-way trip, and it was cash only, so no credit cards. US dollars may be accepted, however, just not at a favorable exchange rate. The upper station opens directly onto the Dufferin Terrace, which is just steps from the iconic Chateau Frontenac, and this means that passengers essentially ride between two of Quebec City's most famous landmarks. The Upper Old Town is filled with amazing sightseeing opportunities. Now, as this video is a quick introduction, we'll just cover a few of the main highlights. However, for a more comprehensive listing, what we'll do is link below in the description our Quebec City cruise port page from our Doc Discoveries website. That'll be down below so you can learn more about each of these places. That being said, let's start with the city's crown jewel, the Chateau Frontenac. Built in 1893 by the Canadian Pacific Railway, this fairy tale castle hotel is the most photographed hotel in the whole world. Now, even if you're not staying there, you can explore the lobby, join a guided tour, have high tea, or simply take in the terrace views. Now, Dufferin Terrace is a wide wooden boardwalk right in front of the Chateau Frontenac with spectacular views of the St. Lawrence River, the Lower Old Town, and the Laurentian Mountains. Here you'll see street performers, musicians, and ice slides in the winter, making it lively all year round. In behind the chateau is the Citadel of Quebec. It is a massive star-shaped fortress still in use as a military base and home to the Royal 22nd Regiment. Visitors can tour the fort, see the changing of the guard in the summer, and explore its museum. The large park behind the Citadel is the Plains of Abraham. It is a vast green space where the French and British armies fought in 1759, changing the course of North American history. Today, it's a beautiful park for walking, picnics, and taking in the historical monuments here. Now, as far as religious architecture goes in the Upper Old Town, the real standout is the Cathedral Basilica of Notre Dame de Quebec. Originally built in 1647, this cathedral has been rebuilt multiple times after fires and remains one of the most important religious sites in all of Canada. It houses a holy door, one of only 7 in the world. Now, if you're looking for kind of a main hub street, wander along Rue Saint-Jean. It is a lively shopping street with dining inside the old walls. It's filled with bistros, there's bookstores, there's cafes. It's one of the best places to really feel the city's French charm. So to touch back, here is a map to scale showing these Upper Old Town places of interest. Again, there's so much more to see than just these places, so for more Quebec City information, head over to our website in the description down below. For first-time visitors, hands down the #1 sightseeing suggestion is the Old Town. However, if you've been here before and you're looking for something a little bit different and a different option, here's a couple of out-of-town ones for you. Now we're going to start with a nature stop. Montmorency Falls is a spectacular natural wonder located around 15 minutes by car. It's 12 kilometers or 7.5 miles from Old Quebec and where the cruise port is. The waterfall plunges 83 meters or 272 feet, making it taller than Niagara Falls, although comfortably narrower. At the falls, you can take a cable car ride, walk across the suspension bridge over the top of the falls, and take in panoramic lookouts, and even go ziplining at certain times of the year. It really is a breathtaking sight in all seasons and one of the easiest day trips for cruise passengers. Now you can go there either by taxi or Uber, you can take a public bus or rent a bike, or go on one of your cruise line's specific shore excursions. Now we actually have a video about Montmorency Falls, which we'll link down below if you're looking to do this a little bit more independently. Another great option here, especially during fall foliage, is the island of Orleans. Ile d'Orléans, or the island of Orleans, is a large island in the St. Lawrence River located approximately 15 minutes from the cruise port. Known as the cradle of French civilization in North America, it was one of the earliest areas settled by Europeans in the 1600s. Today, it is a patchwork of charming villages, historic churches, rolling farmland, and family-owned farms and wineries. Visiting the island feels like stepping back in time while also indulging in Quebec's great food traditions. Its historic charm is so well preserved that almost every farmhouse and village church is protected as a heritage site. It's a great place to visit for foodies, as you can sample goods from all around the island as you go, things like chocolate, cheeses, and maple products. Additionally, if you have the opportunity to visit in the fall foliage season, the changing colors of the leaves here are just stunning. Alright, so now you know where you arrive and you have a good understanding of what there is to see and do, let's dive into some useful tips and tricks to make the most of your time in port. Firstly, currency. Canadian dollars is what you'll need here. Now, while some places may take US dollars, it can often be at an unfavorable one-to-one exchange. The other thing is, there are a number of places that are cash only, so having some Canadian money will help. I would also say check the local calendar for the day of your visit. In the summertime when it's cruise season, often there's festivals and concerts and different markets taking place here, so you might get a special event on the time that you're there. And also, if you still need assistance right up until you're about to go ashore, the Quebec Cruise Port has a great terminal building with local visitor information staff that are willing to assist, and they've always got free maps to hand out, both in French and English, so keep an eye out for those upon arrival. You'll also find things like ATMs inside that terminal building too. Well, hopefully this will get you off to a good start, and if you have any questions at all about the Quebec City Cruise Port, leave them down in the comments below and we'll try to help you out as best as we possibly can. But enjoy one of the great gems of the North American cruise program, and thanks very much for watching.